The last thing that you need to do once you have done your design is export it for something that we can use with our laser cutter. So if you want to export a flat face out to something that will be able to read in 2D design, a program that links with our laser cutter, this is how you do it. You should make sure you've got a save of your file. Then we want to come over and we want to kind of select our face. Now when you hover over a face, when you're in the kind of 3D model, it tends to highlight itself like this. Okay, once you can see that you've got the highlight of the shape that you want to cut, at that point you want to right click, just try that one more time. Right click, there we go, and you want to go to export face as. Okay, so there's a couple of ways of doing this, but this is the way I prefer the most. So export face as, like that. That will then give you the option generally to do it as a DXF. So see that .dxf? That is what you're wanting to work with. Okay, so make sure you put this in somewhere that you want. So I'm going to go to my projects, go to my year 9, we're working in Pewter and we're in CAD here. So I'm going to put it as my design idea, maybe and your name you might add there, okay, to help your teacher. And then you want to go to save. There are things like options that you can do, but generally our computers are good enough to know that this is fine. So just save it like that as a DXF, okay, and that will save it. Now, when you go to the laser cutter to now import this, okay, I'm just going to open up 2D design from here. I think I've got it there. There we go. So when you come into here, you want to come up to File. You don't want to open it. When we generally open a file linked to a 2D design file which is linked to the laser cutter, it generally opens it up at the same size as our laser cutter. And what you want to do, you couldn't open it anyway because it's a DXF file, and you couldn't add it because it's a DXF file. You need to import the file. That's the important thing. So you go to import, and then you want to try and find your file. So I'm just going to go down and select the file that I have got. So I'm going to see it's in a funny place because I'm using parallels, but let's go. Here we go. Through to selecting it. We got there in the end. There it is. Now, and you can see the file here. Okay, it thinks it's a Photoshop kind of file or something similar, but it's not. We're going to click OK and open there, and it will give you this dialog box, and it's really important at this point you click on millimeters because we have been working in millimeters, and then OK, and that has put the file into our page. You can then click on the middle here and just put it up in the top left hand corner generally for working with, and now that is ready to laser cut.